Hello my gorgeous little crumpets out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I am just a crazy lover of makeup, fashion, and all that fun glittery stuff. So if those are things you are also into, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the new collection from Oden'S. This is the legendary Diversa collection, and they collaborated with 3 beautiful women and they each created a palette of their own. So I'm going to play with all of them, create some looks with each of them, and let you know what I think. So if you are interested in seeing all of that, then keep on watching. All right, my love bugs, here we are. More makeup to review, because in one of my will I buy it makeup releases video that I did, I mentioned I was going to buy a lot of the newest releases. So now that they've all come in the mail, I need to try them, review them, and let you know what I think. So these beautiful things finally came in the mail to me, and I am very, very excited. So Oden'S is a Swedish indie brand, and they usually base their collections around Nordic mythology, which I think is so cool. And they have the most stunning packaging, when it comes to their palettes and their products. I just love them, and everything I've tried I've been really happy with. So they came out with this beautiful collection called Legendary Diversa, and they collaborated with 3 amazing women, and each of them made their own palette, theme, color story, and they're all from different backgrounds, different walks of life. And I just love that they are promoting diversity and showing beautiful people of all different backgrounds and their talents and everything. So here are the 3 palettes. Look at this artwork. So gorgeous, right? These are $33 each, and you can buy them on their website, and they are all available from what I saw, and we'll just go over each one. So let's start with this one right here. This is the Hummingbird palette. This is from the Fancy Face, and she is of Jamaican descent, and she just created this gorgeous palette that is very representative of where she is from. And she was talking about how she would always see the hummingbirds in the morning when she was growing up, and so she was inspired to create a color story from her hometown. So I'll show you guys up close what it looks like. There is a mirror, and look at that color story. It's so tropical, it's so colorful, it's so fun, but she also added a lot of depth in here, a little bit of a pastel pop, and I just love this. This really speaks to me probably the most because I am from Hawaii and I come from a tropical lifestyle. So these are the kind of colors that I love to wear in my eyes, and I think it's just beautiful. I will make sure to link all of the influencers that they collaborated with, all their videos on their launch and their looks that they did. I'll link it below so you can check out, why they created the palette, the shadow names, and what was their inspiration, because I really think it's just fun watching, the whole creative process when they did these palettes. Then the next one is called the Red Dragon. This is by Judy. I think her name is J.UUUDY, but she made this beautiful palette inspired by her background, which she is of Chinese descent. And the red dragon, the artwork, everything is just so fitting with, her cultural background as well. And this palette is more of a neutral color story. So there's a mirror. They all have their little signatures in here. And I like this because it's a little bit of a twist on a neutral palette. There's a little bit of grunge in this, and then she put that beautiful pop of cherry red. It has the symbol for, I think it's a dragon. I think that's what she said in her video, but watch it so you know all the inspiration by the names. And then she has some duochromes in here, and all of the palettes have special duochrome shades. I think there's 2 in each palette, and they're just all very stunning. And then the last one is the Giant Wolves palette. This is a collaboration with Annette's Makeup Corner, and she is of Norwegian descent. And she just created a beautiful, nice, dark, vampy color story. This is definitely her makeup style. She does a lot of dark, bold, smoky, colorful makeup looks. So I really like this because this is definitely my style as well. I love dark, bold, colorful makeup. And she also has the beautiful dual chromes in here, the little paw print. She is a huge animal lover and also has, you know, inspiration from her Norwegian background when she created this palette. But all of them are actually very, very stunning. They're all very different, but they all match the Collaborator, and I love that. It's just so creative and beautiful. Also forgot to mention, each palette comes with a scarf that shows like their image that's on the palette. Like, look at that, beautiful. So whatever palette you get, you will get the scarf that goes with it. Like, this one is so pretty with like the lime green. Just the artwork is stunning on all of these. And I'm also part Chinese, so I do really love the red dragon theming. It does, you know, connect as well to my like background. But all of these are stunning, gorgeous palettes. So I'm ready to create a look with each one, and then I will give you guys my thoughts at the end of this video. Time for look number one, and I'm going to start off with the red dragon palette, and I'm feeling a grunge look. And I think I want to start off with jade, and I want to fluff that all through the crease and just get that shade all over my eyes. I just am a sucker for these kind of grungy greens. They just really do it for me. They really do. So I want to take this little blending brush. There is some kickback in the pan, just to let you know, in these shadows. And I want to take this sunrise shade. It's like a tan shade, and I just want to use that to blend the edge. And I want it to show, so I'm just gonna really blend that out on the edge of this shade. Okay, here we are. That shade ended up being darker than I was expecting. I don't know, I thought it was going to be lighter than the green, but it's actually a little darker. So I'm trying to keep this look as simple as possible. So I think I want to just go into Claw right here in the outer corner and use that to deepen up the look. So I'm going to take the little fluffy brush that I used for the sunrise shade and just dip into Claw. I definitely need some depth in this look. Let's see how these shades layer on one another. Oh, it's nice and pigmented, and it's laying on top of the other shadows just fine. So I'm going to go into Dragon, and I'm just going to run that all in the lower part. I know most people like would not want to run a red shade on the lower lash line, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. So I'm gonna get some glitter primer, and I'm gonna lay it all over my lid. And now I want to go in with Luna. It looks like a dual chrome shade. Ooh, yes, this is definitely a dual chrome. It's really shifty. It's like one of those like green to like burgundy shifty duochromes. I don't know if you can see the shift. So beautiful. I'm just going to use that all on the outer edge closest to the deep matte in the corner. Ooh, this is so nice and creamy and smooth. So now I'm going to go into Solar Flare. This also has somewhat of like a green tint to it, like a greeny gold, and I'm going to use that all in the inner portion just to bring some more like brightness, but still incorporate some green into this. Ooh, yeah. So now I think it's a good time to go in with a inner corner highlight. So I'm going to use Overheat, and I'm going to go in there, go into Overheat. This looks super pretty as well. These shimmers in here, so pretty. So I'm just gonna concentrate that just in the intersection. So I think that inner corner looks really pretty. It's kind of like a peachy champagne shade. It's little sparkly bits. It's a little bit more on the sheer side, so you have to build it up. I would recommend using like a wet brush because it is a little flaky, and I just kind of had to like build on it, but it's still really, really stunning in the inner corner. So I think this is all I want to do. I think this looks a little crazy, but you know what? We're having fun. I'm gonna go get some liner, some mascara, figure out something for my lips, something for the waterline, and I will be right back. Okay, so I zoomed you guys out a little bit and I went with a bold red on the lip to go with the under eye red. I think it looks cool. I don't mind using red on the lower lash line. I know some people worry it's gonna make them look sickly or pink eye. I think it's fun. I like the pop. I'm glad I did that. But what I did to complete this look is I just went in with some liner with the Laura Geller Line and Define Dual Dimension Eyeliner. I used a kind of, I don't know what, it's a wine shade. This is called Joyride from Colourpop. I use that in the waterline. And then for the mascara, I'm using the Nabla Major Pleasure Mascara. And for the bold red lip that I have on, this is from Glamlite and the shade Red Velvet. This is one of their liquid lipstick formulas. And that is how I completed this fun, leaning neutral but poppy look. And I think it's fun that I could make it more on the poppy end, and the shimmers, dual chromes, stunning in this palette. But that was everything for look number 1. Let's get into the next palette. So I think I want to start off with Hibiscus. This really bright, like kind of poppy pink. I love it. I think I'm going to use that as my transition shade and see where we can take this. Ooh, yes. That is such a like vibrant pink shade. And I love the name because hibiscus are like all over Hawaii as well. Oh, so beautiful. And they come in all different colors. But this pink is absolutely stunning. So now I want to take it to the next level, get it a little deep. And I want to take Lagoon. It's a very deep blue matte shade. I'm going to dust off the excess. And I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer corner. This one doesn't have as much kickback in the pan, so it's probably more firmly pressed. Almost has like a cream to powder feel to it almost, but I just want to have that be in the outer corner. I don't want to take it too far in. I'm just using that to just deepen up this whole look. So now I'm going to use Blue Fields all over the lid. I have to use that shade, and of course I have to put down some glitter primer because that's what I do. So I'm going to do that off camera really quickly and I'll be right back. Glitter primer is laid down and I'm going to use the same brush I was using the glitter primer with, and I'm just going to take that Blue Fields. That is such a beautiful sapphire metallic. Oh, that is beautiful. I knew I wanted that all over my lid. I'm kind of curious to also use this shade right here, the Hummingbird shade. It's like this purpley, beautiful, beautiful metallic. So I think I want to use a little bit of that. It's a little bit on like the thicker side, but I want to use that on the edge. I just want to add some more. Why not? Why don't we add some purple into this mix? I'm just going to concentrate it here and concentrate it here. So now I want to do the lower lash line. I want to kind of mimic what's at the top. So I'm going to take that hibiscus shade all down here. You know what? I think I want to take a little bit of Star Apple, this like deep purple. And I want to use that one too. And I'm going to use that on the outer corner. This one has a little bit of kickback, but I think I want to maybe run this all into the lower lash line. You guys even see what I'm doing. I hope you guys can. So now I want to take this shade right here, this really limey metallic green called Feathers, and use that as my inner corner. I think that's just going to add the coolest, most interesting little pop to this look. So let me take this pencil brush, and this one looks like it's more of a smooth, like creamy formula. Let me not dig too much into the pan, and I'm just going to concentrate that all in my inner corner. Just add some green. Yes, I knew I wanted to use that in the inner corner. As soon as I looked at this palette, I was like, I need that green to be all up in my inner corner. here we go. I love that green in the inner corner. I'm just all about that. So now I want to go and put some liner, mascara, forgot something for my lips, and finish up this look, and I will be right back. Okay, here is the completed look. It's very colorful, very bold, but I did put on some falsies. I just felt like the look really benefited from some falsies. So I have the House of Lashes iconic lights on, and I'm just getting so comfortable putting them on. It's like a whole new world for me. And then I wanted to keep the lip quite neutral, so I used the LA Girl lip liner and keep it spicy. It's a great liner. And then for my lipstick, I'm using the Buxom lipstick in Fly Girl. Beautiful little combination. And then for my waterline, I used two liners here. So I went in with the LA Girl Shockwave liner and Gotcha, but then I wanted it to be a little brighter, so I went over it with the About Face Shadow Stick and Acidic, just so I could match it a little bit more with the inner corner. And I did use a little bit of the Laura Geller Line and Define on the top part. And that was it. That is how I completed this wonderful look right here. So now let's get into the next look. I'm gonna go into Azure. This one right here, is it Azure? I don't know, am I saying that right? But I'm gonna use that all through the crease. I love these kind of blues. Look at the pigmentation on this shadow. Like, Oden'S just has such an amazing formula. But I just want to use that all through the crease as my transition shade. So now I want to go into Cosmo, and we're going to get this, we're going to build this up a lot. So I'm going to just use that on the outer corner. It's like a very deep blurple shade. It's like a purpley blue shade. And I'm just going to use that on the outer corner. I'm going to bring it into the crease as well. Just gonna build up these shades and just use a good amount of the shades in here just to use some variety. So now I want to take it even deeper, because that's what I do. So now I'm gonna go into Annihilation, the deep black matte, and I'm gonna use this little blendy brush from Rephr, and I'm gonna concentrate that just on the outer corner. I'm not gonna really take it into the crease. I just want the very outer corner to be deep. That's it. I don't want to get out of hand. It's easy for me to get out of hand with a black matte, so I'm gonna just concentrate it right in that outer corner. So I want to lay down some glitter primer first. I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. So the glitter primer is laid down, and now we're gonna go into, is it Skull or Skull? I think that's how you pronounce the name. But it's just such a deep, intense metallic. I think this is one of the dual chromes that's in the palette. I think it's like a blue to purple shift with like more of like a good dark base to it. But it's beautiful, absolutely stunning shade. That is such a stunning metallic. It's very dark and smoky. It's a purple to like blue shifty metallic, and it is more of a like textured shadow, a little flaky. So I did have a little bit of fallout from that, but it's beautiful. I love it. So to use some more shades, I want to go in with this deep green on the bottom part and see how that will look. It's a very deep like, I guess foresty green you could say, but I just want to use it all on the bottom just to use more shadows in the palette. I like having that green on the bottom. It's just such a smoky green. So I do want to take a little bit of Annihilation and use that just on the outer corner just to match up to the top. So now I want to go into this dual chrome down here. I have to use that. That is so beautiful. It's like this light blue to pink shift. It's called Eternal, and I want to use that to really brighten up the inner corner and just make everything pop. It's so pretty. Wow, the shift on this is super intense. Like, I feel like it's just translating pink on camera. but in person, like when I look at it in the pan, it's like very blue. Wow, that is an absolutely stunning, stunning duochrome. Okay, this is such a beautiful inner corner highlight, but I want to make it even brighter. So I want to take a little bit of Astro. It's like a white iridescent shade that has like a gold shift, like a light gold shift to it. I feel like that's going to help the inner corner pop even more. Just going to concentrate it on the center part. Okay, that is it for all the shadows that I want to use on my eyes. I just love the scrumptious smokiness of this look. So I will probably go in with some falsies again and figure out something for the waterline and figure out something for my lips, and I will be right back. So here it is. Here is the completed look. So I put on the iconic light lashes again from House of Lashes. Then for my lips, I'm wearing the Juvia's Place lip liner in Love. And then for the lipstick part, I'm using a lip tonic from Kaleidos. This is in the shade Immersion. I don't think they have this anymore, but it's like a mauve cool toned shade. And then for my waterline, I wanted to have like some brightness, so I use this Lethal Cosmetics gel liner and Analog. It's like a baby blue, just to really bring a little bit of pop, but that is how I completed the final look. So I think it's now time for me to give you guys my final thoughts on this entire collection. Okay guys, I'm sure you already know what I think about this collection based on what I've been saying when I've been putting on my eye looks, but this collection is probably my favorite one that Oden'S has done. I love all of the palettes. They're all unique, they're all special, and I love the color stories in all of them. And I feel like the formula is even better in these palettes. And I didn't think that was possible because Oden'S already has an amazing eyeshadow formula. But I feel like the mattes are just extra pigmented, extra blendable, and the metallics are extra special, especially the duochromes. Like I really feel like they added even more of a special something to these palettes, having it be a collaboration and their first collaboration, and to do it with 3 amazing collaborations. I am just blown away. I'm super impressed. I think the collaborators did an amazing job putting their take on the palettes and bringing their culture and their unique differences to each palette. I just love that. I love promoting diversity. I love this so much, and I feel like this collection has something for everyone. So if you're a neutral lover, you have the Red Dragon palette. It's a little bit more neutral, a little bit more muted, but it kind of has a twist to it because it has the little bit of grungy shades in here, as well as that, you know, bright poppy cherry red. But it's also like super appropriate for fall, and the duochromes are gorgeous, especially this one right here that has like that burgundy green shift. So intense. And then the Hummingbird palette is great if you like super colorful, super tropical kind of vibe. This is it. I think this one is my favorite because I'm a tropical girl, okay? I'm from the islands. I can appreciate a lot of color, and I love that there are deeper shades to make the look go very deep. And then if you're into more vampy, a little bit more smoky kind of color stories, you're gonna love the Giant Wolves palette. It's a lot of depth in here, a lot of deep mattes and like deep metallics. So beautiful. And this duochrome is like next level. It's like a baby blue pinky shift. So beautiful. I'm just really happy with all of the palettes. So I highly recommend this collection. I'm happy that I picked up all of them. I will get a lot of use out of all of them. So please let me know in the comments below. Did you pick up this collection? Are you planning to? Have you tried Oden'S? Like, what are your thoughts? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, and all that fun stuff, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. And don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have all the palettes linked, like the collection. I'll have all the collaborators videos linked where they did like their launch video, their eye look videos. Definitely check them out, subscribe. They're all amazing YouTubers.